Alright guys, I'm back talking about Bitcoin here. So, obviously yesterday we had the largest crash in crypto history. Um, I I did call it in my last video. Sorry for the break in the videos. I've been a little busy with some stuff. But yeah, I called it in my last video and people mocked me and they made jokes in the comments and said that it didn't age well. And I said, just let it age a little longer, because you can see what happened now. Now let's talk about why I knew this was going to happen. Okay, let's talk about why that was such a strange pump, and why I knew it was unsustainable, and why I knew it was going to crash down. Okay, the reason that I knew that it was a massive induction move, okay, is because we left so much liquidity at the bottom of the profile. Okay, now I know a lot of people focus a lot on CME gaps. In my opinion, liquidity, large clusters of liquidity that are left on the table are even more of a magnet to price than CME gaps. Like, there is no way that the market, as I said in my last video, there is no way that the market maker is leaving all that liquidity on the table and just letting retail send it back up to all-time high, without some sort of consequences. And you guys saw the consequences. I never do we just go straight up for days and days and days, without any pullbacks, without taking any liquidity on the way up, and just leave billions of dollars of liquidity down at the lows. Like, we just don't do that. And that's how I knew that it was a massive induction move and an all-time high fake out. And especially since it started like exactly on October 1st, it played right into the retail narrative of October. I said when October started, they never just let retail send it into a narrative. Never. Like, at midnight on October 1st, it just becomes October, and it just goes forever. Like, no, that's not how it works, guys. Okay? And if you start to get into the mind of the market maker, you will understand what's actually going on here. It's a fucking chess game. It's not a checkers game. Okay? It's not a checkers game. It's a 5D chess game. You have to look at all the angles, okay? And the main thing that you got to look at here, guys, is the liquidity. The liquidations. Bitcoin is fueled by liquidations. Okay? You need to have the Binance liquidation levels on your chart, okay? You also need to have the CVD on your chart, okay? You also need to have the order blocks on your chart, okay? Those are three things that I feel are essential. You could use the volume profile too. That's great as well. But get to know CVD absorption. Get to look at the price and see when the CVD is diverging from what the candles are doing, and know that absorption is taking place, okay? To be able to gauge the strength of a move. Okay, and when price enters an order block, that is the pivot point. Okay, and when the price enters that order block, you need to be noticing, one, is there liquidity on the other side of the order block? Is there liquidations and stop losses on the other side of the order block? And two, how is the price reacting as it enters the order block? How is the CVD reacting as it enters the order block? Is there absorption taking place? Is the CVD diverging from the price? Because if it is, then the move is probably not sustainable. It's probably just a CVD divergence and a fake out. Is the CVD in the positive for a bullish move? Is it in the negative for a bearish move? Is it are the waves on the CVD getting bigger? Are they getting smaller? And you expect a reaction in these order block zones, because this is where large amounts of limit orders sit. Not only have the market makers induced in these areas, so there's market memory there, but there's also a large amount of limit orders. that are in these areas that are like reinforcements. It's like buy walls and sell walls. And you can see the absorption that takes place in these zones. You know, these are the zones where you really want to pay attention to absorption and reaction and, you know, what's going on between the price and the volume and the CVD and such. Okay? And if there's liquidations on the other side of one of these order blocks, you definitely want to expect it to break probably. You don't want to, you know, bet on it breaking. But, yeah, if there's a large cluster on the other side, it's eventually going to be broken for that cluster to be taken. Okay, so what do we got going on right now? So what happened? What happened when we did that crash was, for the first time ever, I've never seen Bitcoin do this before. It completely came out of its liquidation profile on the 1 minute time frame. I've never seen it do that before. It took every single one of the liquidations on the smaller time frames, and it completely came out of the liquidity profile. And for actually a period of time last night, guys, there was no liquidity on Bitcoin. It had destroyed so much liquidity out of the market that there was no liquidations, basically, and hardly any liquidations and stop losses and liquidity and orders around Bitcoin. And now, as you can see, we've kind of reestablished a liquidity profile here. We have one here from about 106, 800, we'll call it, up to about 116,770, okay? And then up here, we actually have left a lot of liquidity up here. There's another like mini range up here from like 1,700 up to about 26,850, okay? So we have two kind of mini ranges going on here. So what would I expect to happen here, guys? I, again, would not expect the market maker to leave all this high leverage liquidity up here near the highs, okay? So again, I'm going to expect price to come up here again, okay, for one final blow off top, okay? So the deal with this is, guys, they cannot keep wrecking retail this badly, and they cannot keep destroying this much liquidity out of retail without sending the market into a recession, basically, and into a bear market, okay? So they can only do this so many times, okay? And they're only going to make massive liquidation and induction moves like this, like close to all-time high, when we're getting close to the end of the cycle and getting close to the blow-off top. Okay, it shows you the increased volatility as we get close to the blow-off top and to the end of the cycle, and the increased manipulation and stuff like that. But I do not expect them, just like I didn't expect them to leave the liquidity down here when we came up here so fast. I now also do not expect them to leave this liquidity down here. Okay, so I expect us to come up. Looks like we're actually coming up. Okay, we're taking some liquidations, guys. We're taking some liquidations. You see that? Okay, we're busting. Oh, well, absorption taking place. Absorption taking
Gmail
place.
weeks.
Okay, my short just stopped out, guys. My head short just stopped out. We got a big wick. Okay, we're absorbing on buy walls. Oh man, look at the CVD, guys. Look at the CVD. The CVD is skyrocketing. Okay, so we got to keep an eye on that. We busted through two sell walls here. Okay, it's still pumping, guys. The CVD is still pumping. Wow, look at that CVD. Look at that CVD, guys. Look at that, real time. You're seeing it up to 80, up to almost 100. We're still pushing. We're still pushing. We took all those liquidations. Look at that wick. Okay, sell wall number 2. Okay, it's breaking. It's not breaking. We got absorption taking place. See, we're trying to break these sell walls right now, but it's absorbing some of the buy momentum in the CVD. Can we break it? Will we break it? We have more liquidations up here, more liquidity up here. Okay? So I got to pay attention to what's going on here now. I might have to open another hedge. Yeah, it looks like, are we coming back down? Okay, so while I keep an eye on this, we have the liquidity profile here. We have, like I said, about two little mini ranges here. Okay, I'm going to take care of this trade, guys. I'm going to finish up this video for now so I can focus on my trade and Thank you guys for watching, and I'll make another video soon. Peace out.